Coming up on the news at 5, I have a Veterans Day story for you from a former Marine turned Army Rattler.
Hi, I'm Bria Kelly with the FAMU News Network. Coming up, I'll tell you about a medical medicine that Florida residents want to see in drugstores.
Christmas may be approaching, but it wasn't Santa Claus who was stuck in a chimney in Florida.
And later, Mayor Rob Ford has a gesture for the media. Your news at 5 starts right now.
From the highest of 7 hills in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend, this is the award-winning News 20 at 5 Live.
Good evening, I'm Natalie Johnson.
And I'm Alicia Turner. Our top story tonight, fight continues to make medical marijuana is reality in Florida.
Florida residents may be able to get more than just pills from their local pharmacy. Some are pushing the medical marijuana initiative to legalize the use of the drug. FNN's Bria Kelly tells us why.
It's not your typical drug, but it helps patients all the same. Medical marijuana is a natural remedy many use to relieve intense pain from an illness. Currently, 20 states allow for the medical use of marijuana. Florida is not one of them. Pharmacist Danny Jackson says there is no difference between using marijuana and prescription drugs.
We use heavy narcotics every day, morphine, OxyContin, for hospice patients and chemotherapy patients. And these patients need these drugs, and it helps these people. And I think, and we as pharmacists control that usage.
Now many supporters of the drug are pushing lawmakers to add it to the next voting ballot. And while most don't associate white pill bottles with medical marijuana, they both provide relief for patients. Student Michael Thomas says he personally knows how helpful the drug can be.
My mom is prescribed to Xanax, like I said, and that's a similar reaction as marijuana, and she loves it. Like when she's on her Xanax, she's a very happy person.
For the FAMU News Network in Tallahassee, I'm Bria Kelly.
There's a petition drive underway called People United for Medical Marijuana. Its goal is to get the measure to voters in 2014. First, organizers have to collect 700,000 signatures by February 1st.
There could be a resolution on the horizon for the tri-state water dispute between Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. Now, the Georgia State Board is giving Governor Nathan Deal's administration permission to spend $45 million on water projects. The state board wants an additional $5 million for a water testing. The reservoirs should help improve Georgia's water supply. It wasn't Santa Claus coming down the chimney of a Southwest Florida home. Naples police say it was 25-year-old Richard Tyler Brandon. Brandon was attempting to break into an unoccupied home early Wednesday morning. Homeowner Mike Whitley called the incident a reverse kind of Santa. Brandon faces 2 counts of burglary. Now, Brandon didn't want to comment, but friend Derek Greenfield says he warned Brandon not to go down the chimney. Greenfield says Brandon yelled for help when he got stuck halfway down.
Julius Cook of Madison County probably has a lot more friends today if he's on Facebook. That's because he's the winner of $1 million in the Season Greetings Lottery. Cook will receive a lump sum payment of about $700,000. Season Greetings launched in October. The games total up to more than $30 million in cash prizes.
The feeling of fall is in the air just in time for the first day of the 72nd Annual North Florida Fair. The fairgrounds is located at the intersection of Paul Russell Road and South Monroe in Tallahassee. Gates just opened this week, and they're open 5 p.m. on weekdays and open at noon on weekends. The fair will be here through the 17th of November.
Volunteers are giving their time to repair the home of a Florida man who served our country in World War II. The place has been in desperate need of repairs for decades. Lynn Martinez has more on the special salute.
There, I think we win. World War II veteran Sam Patterson knows every corner of his home, and he should. He's lived at this cozy address on Southwest 26th Terrace in Miami for the better part of 60 years. And after decades of Florida's sun, wind, and rain, he also knows it needs a little work.
It needed, I know, bad. Besides the paint, the sinks and the bathroom and all, you know.
But Mr. Patterson isn't the type to ask for help.
I just don't want to be a burden to nobody.
Lucky for him, these volunteers aren't taking no for an answer. The project, organized by Rebuilding Together Miami-Dade, brought in about 30 people from Bank of America and the Miami Dolphins to help with a few upgrades: a fresh coat of paint, a new bathroom, modern plumbing in the kitchen, and a chance to catch up with a member of the greatest generation.
So it was a blast, man. Honestly, it was humbling for me just because, I feel like giving your time is one of the most important things you can do.
You don't have no idea what it feels like. It's hard to explain. You know, gee, like I told them, you know.
Volunteers completed work on the interior of the home. They hope to have the new roof on and the painting completed in the next 2 weeks.
The City of Tallahassee administrative offices will be closed for the Veterans Day holiday on Monday, November 11th. During the holiday week, commercial operations will run as normal. All residential customers will receive service 1 day later than their regularly scheduled service. Star Metro, the city's mass transit system, will change its operations for the Veterans Day holiday. On Monday, Star Metro will operate a Saturday schedule, including night services.
And now we'll have David Brown with our first look at weather. David?
All right, well, we started today off partly cloudy with temperatures at a high of 81 degrees. It did remain mostly sunny up until about an hour ago when storm clouds rolled in. Now tonight will be a low of 41 degrees. It'll be quite cooler, with those with the rain coming in. And if you do have evening plans, remember that light jackets, rain boots, and umbrellas may be in handy if you're going to the fair this evening. That's your first look at weather. Back to you.
Thanks, David. After the break, find out why a mascot of 82 years is now seen as offensive.
And Twitter has gone public. We'll have that and more on your News at 5, part of the FAMU News Network.
The Second Moral Act of 1890 paved the way for historically